There's a saying that's been going around. Every time you eat, make sure you thank a farmer. But has anyone given a thought to everyone else involved in agriculture as well? Good evening, Madam Chairperson, honorable judges, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow speakers. Now don't get me wrong, I'm a proud fourth-generation farmer, born and raised on a mixed farming operation in southern Alberta. And my passion for agriculture led me to a career working as an agronomist. And I love the fact that we farmers are finally standing up for our industry and asking for a little bit of thanks back for the long hours and hard work we put in for our consumers. However, I think it's very important to remember that although farming may be the first step in the process, it is not the only step in the process of agriculture that occurs. Agriculture is such a big, unique, and diverse industry. It takes countless different jobs and people to bring agriculture from the farm to the plate. For simple terms, let's look at just one process for today, and that's wheat, which in Canada alone in 2015, we produced 27.6 million tons, according to Statistics Canada. Now, it's a bit of a struggle to pick the beginning of the process, as it could go on forever, kind of like the chicken and the egg. But for today, we will say that seeding of the crop is the start. And so it begins. Picking the seed, sometimes bringing in a second person, a retailer, to buy a seed treatment to help get a healthy start to the growing season. Along the way, other retailers will be involved in regards to buying fertilizer and in-crop chemicals. Sometimes, an agronomist is brought in as a second opinion to scout the crop for chemical spray timing as well as harvest timing. Then, towards harvest, the farmers look at marketing their grain, and the next person is brought into the equation, the grain merchant. Once the grain is contracted at the elevator, bring in the next people, the shippers. This includes either truck drivers or rail car operators. And in Canada, there are only 2 major railways that transport our grain according to niche. These shippers take our wheat to either processing plants or ships to take it to other countries. For the grain shipped overseas, we then need all the personnel to help keep the boats running, as well as the border security to help import our grain into other countries. And then, of course, we need more shippers to take the grain from the boats to other processing plants over there as well. Then we need a huge amount of people on deck to take that raw product into the plants and transform it into either direct products such as noodles, pastry, and bread, to name just a few, or it's made into products such as flours so that consumers can take it home and make it into many different products. And although we've come a long way in a big process, we're not even at the end yet. We then need more truckers and packers to get those products like noodles to different stores, so that grocery store attendants can unpack the trucks and fill the shelves. Then, before the consumer can take the product home, a cashier needs to ring it through. Then finally, the product makes it to its final destination, and it's made into a meal to be shared with family and friends. Now I'm going to warn you, this was a very condensed version of the process. But no matter what the agriculture process is, if it's beef, dairy, eggs, or even potatoes, they involve many steps and countless people. But I wanted to save some time to explain how diverse and big a whole circle this process is. Yes, it starts with farming, in terms of the seed grown. But behind that even farther, we have researchers, breeders, and plot agronomists that grow our seed and new varieties that allow our farmers the best chance at growing food to feed each and every one of us. And that wouldn't be possible without all the help in absolutely every stage of the whole process. According to Talent Ag, Canadian agriculture employs over 2.1 million Canadians. That means every 1 in 8 jobs is related to agriculture. That's a huge number of people. I believe agriculture is a community of people who care about providing safe food for each and every one of us. I believe agriculture is teaching our urban population and our youth where our food comes from. I believe agriculture is thanking each individual who had a part to play, no matter how big or small, in the process from start to finish. Agriculture is not just farming. It's a way of life. It's a community coming together to help the harvest finish when the rains are coming. It's the fertilizer plant workers pulling 12-hour night shifts to make sure the fertilizer makes it to the fields. It's the railcar operators loading as much grain as they can to get it to our processing plants. It's the plants running full tilt to produce as much bread as they can for our grocery stores. It's the Saturday overnight crew stocking the grocery shelves so they're full for the shoppers on Sunday mornings. It's the cooking of meals in a kitchen to be shared with your family and your friends. This is what agriculture is. It's a full circle that involves absolutely everyone. Considering it's Canada's 150th birthday this year, we should be very proud that our agriculture industry is the world's 5th largest exporter. And this wouldn't be possible without the millions of jobs that are related to agriculture in our great nation. So the next time you thank a farmer for your food, don't forget to thank everyone else who helped along the process. Because remember, agriculture is so much more than just farming.